Hi guys and welcome back to Tommy's Starcraft. This is your host Tommy with another Starcraft Remastered replay for you guys. Once again we have a great engagement here in between these two pro players and one of my favorite Zerg players here, as he's spawning here as the blue Zerg. It is JAEDONG of course, and his opponent, hold on just a second here, spawning here as the yellow Terran. It is Speed aka Sky, so it's an internal clan war here in between JAEDONG and Speed on a 4 spawning location called Icarius here. So really interesting matchup here. We have this time a Zerg versus a Terran, so not a Terran versus a Protoss like we've seen in previous replays here on this channel. Now yeah, let's just see exactly what is going to happen here. Of course, once again there is a small spoiler in the thumbnail, as we actually see JAEDONG going for some lurkers here, but there's also in the thumbnail a science vessel, so the Terran will have detection against this. So let's just see how he does. Of course, JAEDONG is also known for his Mutalisk gameplay. Let's just see, is he going to choose some Mutalisk here before he harasses with those lurkers? And yeah, let's just see exactly how things will unfold, what the build order is going to be here from these both players. Currently I see JAEDONG going for his Overlord here. Yes, Overlord indeed. And this looks like he's going straight into a Overlord and afterwards a fast expansion build order. One of his Overlord already heading here at the 12 o'clock position. And yeah, let's just see, it's just droning up now, really strong. One drone is moving out, a second drone might be pushed out here for some scouting purposes. So yeah, this is the build order for many Zergs here against Terran, especially if you're on a 4 spawning location map. Let's just check Terran really quick. Supply depot is nicely placed here. There's the first barracks, and at around the 2-minute mark here he's also moving out here with his SCV to scout out the zone, to scout out the map. Sadly for him, he's heading into the wrong direction, but he should find JAEDONG really quick. There's JAEDONG spawning pool here, so spawning pool into gas it should be. So nice build order here for him. And yeah, let's just see how things will unfold. The drone has also made it here at the 6 o'clock position, doesn't find the Terran, but the next destination will of course be here, the base from the Terran, as he's heading here now, like I told you, into a barracks. Of course many Terrans really like to go into more barracks here against a Zerg, into mass barracks actually, with mass bio, and as I said, should be some mass marines with some medics here, really strong against any Zerg, against even those Mutalisk, and of course against Zerglings here as well. So yeah, once again he's just keeps scouting here. He's actually sending out here a second SCV, now retreats him at home, and really soon he's going to find out that JAEDONG did indeed wait here for a fast expansion, so he might also go for a fast expansion in heat. So yeah, as soon as he saw that expansion, he immediately decided here to go for a fast expansion here as well. And now he also sees here this tier 2 upgrade starting really soon here, around the 2-minute and 50-second mark here for JAEDONG. So really nice build order here by JD, going for that upgrade and even droning up here a little bit more. That 15 drones versus 18 SCVs, but that's perfectly fine at the beginning of the game here. And I believe he's going of course for more and more drones here. Some Zerglings are also out, just 2 of them. I think this would be enough here for JD as his Overlord saw of course this expansion. If this expansion wouldn't have been up here, of course he would have to go for more Zerglings here against the Terran, and the Terran even heading here into a second barracks. This gas should also be finished really soon, and he might go for an academy. Yes indeed, there's that academy of course for that steam upgrade, really important upgrade to have if you have those bios here, if you have those marines. Now it's 4 Zerglings, luckily here for JD, he made it, he killed that SCV. His tier 2 is also finished, and we also have a nice macro hatch here by JD. So let's just see what exactly he's going for, and this could be here his Spire. So interesting enough, even though we saw those lurkers in the thumbnail, he's actually going for Spire first here. So what an interesting job. And the fact that he placed here this hatchery into this location is just a fact to avoid those scans. Of course many Terrans just like to scan the main here, the expansion, but they don't really scan this location here, so he might add another building here really quick. Let's check the Terran. Of course steam should be really soon upgraded. 2 barracks here, some medics come out, a nice defensive barracks, and no army move out yet here by him. Also nicely placed Overlord here by JD, as more and more Zerglings are coming in hit, and we have almost that Spire here being finished by JAEDONG, as is his macro hatch. So timing might be perfect here just to spawn many more Mutalisk here as we have passed the 5-minute mark here. So really nice build order here for JAEDONG. As you are a Zerg player, you might learn quite a lot here from him as more and more overlords are being moved out. Those overlords a little bit exposed, so the Terran could do a surprise here. But hold on, we actually see 7 Mutalisk now being spawned here by JD, so really nice job here by him, and 1 overlord. So mass Mutalisk. That's the first scan, and I don't think that he saw the blight here, so he pretty much also scanned here this location. He should have saw the spire. But JD, like I told you, could hide some buildings here into this location. Still no army move out here by the Terran, just turtling up here into his main. He's expecting, of course, Mutalisk, so yeah, there it is. Immediately starts here his defenses, his turrets. There are those turrets here into his main, turrets for his production buildings, and his expansion, of course, should also have some defenses. As we see the first Mutalisk now coming in here out for JD. It's 7, I believe, yes indeed 7, but the Marines are steamed up and they are in position here to defend the location. Really nice job here by Sky, by the Terran. As 1 turret takes some damage here, but it's just way too many Marines here, so JD might look for another location to attack. But it's also 4 turrets here, so I don't know if he would have success here. It's going in, 1 turret taking quite some damage, 1 turret has been sniped here, but so did 1 Mutalisk fall, and a nice repair here by Sky, so holding the position really nice, losing 1 turret, but at the same time he did snipe 1 Mutalisk here as well. And yeah, let's just check JD really quick, and there is that hidden hideless den here as the action keeps going on here into the main from the Terran. Some Marines have been sniped, but at the same time 2 Mutalisk have been sniped, and of course the Terran now keeps guessing what exactly is coming here towards his way. Should he invest into more turrets? It could be a possibility, or should he go for something else? Of course a tank would be really good against those lurkers here, and there's this 1 factory, and let's just see what exactly he's going to continue here with. For some starports should also follow here for the Terran. Notice that JD is still on 6 only Mutalisk here, so keeping here the Terran at bay, keeping it at home, and we see actually the first starports now being made. Of course, for those science vessels, it's always good to have science vessels because they can detect those invisible lurkers underneath the ground, and at the same time they can cast irradiance against those Mutalisk. So really a must to have later in the game after the 10-minute mark. It's always good to have some science vessels as a Terran versus a Zerg. So JD is still roaming around here, still with only 6 Mutalisk. So the Terran should know that something fishy is going on, that something else could come here towards his way. Of course, some Defilers, even some Ultralisk would be a possibility later on in the game, as we see actually JAEDONG here taking the 6 o'clock position. And if you look at the minimap, he has those overlords really nicely spreaded here, even some Zerglings here, and there are those first Ultralisk here by JAEDONG nicely hidden. Just keep spreading here more and more units around, so perfect map awareness here by JD, not allowing any move out here by the Terran, nicely placing here even his Mutalisk. So yeah, look at this like nice beeline here being formed by JAEDONG, just having a perfect vision here of anything that could come in or out here from the Terran base. So really nice job here by him. Let's just check once again the Terran base. There's that science facility, there's the starport, so yeah, this first science vessel should come out. But if you look, all of a sudden JD had 44 workers here. This expansion pretty much untouched here by the Terran. No army move out yet by him, even though he has quite a strong force here of Marines here. He's just still staying at home here. JD is of course force stay home, but in the end he's not abusing here anymore, so the Terran should know that something is coming here towards his way. There is this important starport with those science vessels, like I told you here, and even more and more is being produced here, more and more bios being produced, and the Terran even adding another barracks here. So yeah, soon it would be mass Marines. Let's just check if he also has some upgrades here with those engineering bay. Yes indeed, 1 weapons, and it should be of course 1 armor here really soon. So I really like that here from the Terran as he's heading in towards those upgrades here at almost 10-minute mark. Hold on, we have an important borrow here of these units here by JAEDONG. JAEDONG tries to get some connections here at the high ground, but in the end there's just so many Marines here, and JD not really having here detection. He needs to make up his mind. He's going to retreat here a little bit. Yeah, let's just see how things will unfold here. Once again, I see the perfect map awareness here by JD. He has units all over the place here, surrounding here the base from the Terran, so knowing exactly what is going on. And yeah, let's just see what exactly is going to happen here. As the science vessel has retreated here, interesting enough, he sees those lurkers, even scans them, so yeah, might do an irradiance. So really good job here by him, as some Zerglings have been sacrificed. There's really many Marines here, but those lurkers seem to be the perfect counter towards against all of those Marines. One has been sniped, another one might be killed here with irradiance. Really hard here for the Terran to move out, as he has no tanks. The tanks would be perfect. One or tank two at this high ledge would have been perfect here for the Terran. Let's just see, does he have any tanks? No, he's going into more and more units, but hold on, it looks like yes indeed, JAEDONG is heading straight towards that attack here, and Sky already knowing that he can't possibly hold this, he just GG's out here with that Dark Zone, that perfect Dark Zone here by JD, with those Zerglings, and especially those lurkers here would have been such a massive attacks. And let's not remember that JAEDONG also had here this expansion, so this would have been so much splash damage here against those Terrans, Marines. So yeah, JD really doing a nice timing push here at the 11 o'clock. Even though the Terran had detection here, of course there was nothing he could do against this Dark Swarm, so JD playing it really smart, having his tier 3 and pushing here at the 11-minute mark. Really strong push, very hard to counter if you're a Terran with mass Marines. Of course the Terran would have expected more and more Mutalisk, but no, JD just straight transition into lurkers and one defiler. This one defiler very much important here, giving here this strong push, really important, significant. So yeah, let's just check those stats really quick in case you guys are interested. Once again, at the 11-minute mark, really strong push here by JAEDONG against his opponent, against his clanmate. Once again, I'm going to be clicking left and right for you guys in case you are interested. So really nice tactic here by JAEDONG. In case you're a Zerg player, really you could try this out against the Terran. It might even work against the Protoss, even though they have observers and so on. So yeah, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this replay. We will be seeing, of course, in the next replays. This is Tommy signing out.